Hello and welcome to chapter 71 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. This one titled A Bit Closed Off. I'm sorry if I seem distraught, just literally seconds before I started recording, the tiny, very cheap and incredibly poorly made tripod that I use to prop up the voice recorder. Basically, the screw at the top of it has worn off. I was a bit worried that it might have been the thread inside the voice recorder, but thankfully it worked on another tripod. So it's the tripod. It was incredibly cheap, like criminally cheap. So I will probably buy another one. But yeah, not very good. I get very anxious with this stuff. First of all, I'm recording this at around 1 a.m. I am incredibly tired. I just wanted to sleep, but I thought let's record this before I sleep. And my drink today is the sparkling cactus juice drink, the carbonated stuff. My new love. I have like 2 more bottles of it in the fridge, and let me take a sip. Great. Now, why did I call this a bit closed off? Now, if you remember, in the last episode, I did a tease that in this episode I'm gonna talk about 2 Castbox. At the time, it was a Castbox comment, but since then there has been another one. So 2 Castbox comments that I hadn't received because for some reason the notification wasn't on. It is on now, and that is how I know it's another one too. Before we get there though, the Jafar Khan video, the bane of my existence, had turned out very long, like incredibly long. God damn. And so I will be editing it. Hopefully it will be out tomorrow, meaning Saturday. But we'll see. It has gotten very long. First, I'm gonna read the second comment, and it's a comment on my chapter 68, One Insecure SOB, that says, God, I loved it, and the next is in Persian, but I'm gonna read it in English. Then fuck your dermatologist, which I am inclined to agree. My skin is incredibly bad. I don't know why I keep doing the stuff the dermatologist told me to do. I don't know why my skin is not better yet. And let me like it. The other thing, this is actually the reason for the name of this episode. This was commented on March 5th on chapter 67, What a Wonderful World to Have a Quarter-Life Crisis in. And it's first of all, you are not a dumb 25-year-old. Second, I love your perspective of life. You've never talked about it. Third, you do need to do more. So bite the bullet, do the surgery, get fit, and feel its impact on all aspects of your life. He's my friend. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into it. P.S. Man, you're a shitty podcaster. It was a really interesting episode. And he did say sense the tone around that. It's a joke. But the reason I'm calling this one a bit closed off is because of the second point he made. I love your perspective of life. You've never talked about it. Because this comment, it has a couple faults. It was made by an old friend of mine, and I do mean old. We've known each other. I've known him for like most of my life, around 14 years. And yet in that episode, I said stuff that were on my mind constantly, but to him it was news. And I've talked to him about a lot of stuff. So that sort of made me realize maybe I am, to quote the name of the episode, a bit closed off, in a sense that I was actually talking about this to someone, and I told her that I can talk to people for hours about like a movie about Jafar Khan's Farang Bargashte. It's not hours, it's an hour, but it is over an hour, so fuck yeah. So it was like I can talk to people for hours about Jafar Khan's Farang Bargashte, but I can't talk to them about how I feel because I am extremely emotionally closed off. I'm an introvert, so um, I think I've talked about this before too, but I'm talking about it from a new perspective. That I feel like because of that, it's hard for me to express a lot of stuff. Again, an important part of my worldview, which an old friend of mine didn't know about it. So, again, little stuff like people know about me, most of them, in a more superficial way, like the outside. I am a nerd. I am like that. I do speak good English. I mean, there are a lot of evidence to point to the opposite of that, but again, and and I feel like I'm failed. I don't want to say failed because I don't want to have that negative association with it, but I think I quote unquote failed in expressing who I am. I expressed the person, failed to express the person who will get tongue tied and upset over a broken tripod, which again was criminally cheap. Like literally, um, with the price of dollar nowadays, it was $1. Or with the price of, I think, if the dollar is 30,000 tomans. If not, if it's like 20, it's with $1.50. It's less than $2. So it's not expensive. Why am I letting this get on my nerve? I don't know. Let me take another sip. Again, I'm tired. That might be it too. And because of that being emotionally closed off, I fail to express myself when I like someone. And the reason I'm saying this because I do suffer from having crushes on people. I like people and I want to meet them and I want to talk to them and I want to express that, I like you. There are a couple of people who I have like heavy crushes on. But I can't. Granted, whenever I did, the end result was not very favorable, but that's not here though, no there. Fuck one of the people who. But because I am always emotionally closed off, getting out of that state is hard for me. So basically, and again, this is very much one of the things I noticed in my dealings with my friends is that whenever I am very sincere, I need to remind them that I mean it. Like that, I have a lot of catchphrases when talking to my friends. One of them is well, and then three dots because I type. Then then there is the aforementioned sorry, and I didn't mention sorry. I say sorry a lot. That's a joke among my friends. And then there is I mean it. Like, do talk to me if you want. I mean it. Because I feel like I need to express that because I am usually so shut off. And I know it's weird if you listen to this only, because if you listen to this only, you've seen you whine and open up, and it's because, honestly, it's because I feel like nobody is listening to this. Um, there is a sort of freedom in it. It's like, it's like me talking to myself, and I hear my own voice for 20 minutes. A voice which I hate, but I also love at the same time. I'm full of these contradictions. So, I'm gonna take another sip of this drink. So, I get to express myself here. I get to talk about my worldview. I get to talk about I fear death, and life is getting closer, and it's something that a lot of my closest friends may not know that I suffer from, and it's a huge point of problem for me. Oh my god, I forgot what I wanted to say. Another thing, and I'm just gonna say it because I don't want it to go unsaid. The do the surgery thing. This friend of mine is very much in favor of me getting a surgery and becoming thin, because I am not thin. I am incredibly fat. Not I guess, yeah, I am incredibly fat. And he says that you need to. I don't know what might you call the procedure. Let me see the surgeries to lose weight. What do you call them? Weight loss surgery, laparoscopic, I think. Gastric bypass, adjustable gastric banding, and sleeve gastrectomy. I don't know. He says I need to take one of these, and if I do that, it will be a huge boost to my self-esteem. He's not wrong. At the same time, it's a it's a principle thing at some point, because I know it's a problem. Again, I know I should go to a fucking psychiatrist. Don't remind me. But I feel like if I take the surgery, it means that I'm basically admitting that I've lost. Now, there is a lot of baggage behind that one sentence. It means I look at the world in a way of winning and losing, which probably came from my father, who also looks at the world like that. Like, oh, no, no, you don't do that. If you do that, you've lost. I painted a bad picture of him. He's not like that. And, God. And there are a lot of other baggages behind that too. Again, the fact that I can't feel more self esteem if I don't look thin and fit, and the way I look now, I don't have it. So there are a lot of baggage there. And the fact that that mindset is wrong, and I know is wrong, but I am unwilling to change it, is another whole can of worms, which again, I think at this point, psychiatrists should pay me for me to let them talk to me. Because at the same time, I'm a narcissist who believes that I am so special that people should pay to have the privilege of studying me. But yeah, even that word that I said, like, if I do that, I've lost. I sometimes feel like I cannot be that direct with my friends. Why? I don't know. I love talking to my friends. Ami, Reza, Kiarash, and Parsa, probably they can give you horror stories of how much I talk to them about bullshit. And Ami Reza probably more than others. He's not gonna listen to this. But at the same time, there are things that I feel bad about admitting, because I feel like I lose the respect which is weird because I know I've already lost it with how much stupid jokes I've made. Again, this is another one of those stupid jokes. So it feels like I'm always emotionally closed off because I am afraid of expressing myself in more ways than others. And I want to work on that. I don't want to live like this. The I know this is not just a me problem, it's a universal problem that the best person to ever know me was me. And but I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to be able to express myself because even in my art, I don't express myself. I don't think you can watch any of the. I'm saying art. I know these are videos. I'm probably not art, but okay, in my work. Um, let's imagine you watch the three videos I made so far. The four videos I made so far: the American Gods, Omerta, Sweeney Todd, and Sir Gawain. I doubt you can get to know me or my taste or what I am trying to say or what are my worldviews. Because again, I am really bad at expressing myself, which is a problem when you are, again, an artist, because that's like 60-70% of your job there. Like 10% of it is a technique that you need to learn. 20% of it is the skill that you hone, and like 70% of it is the ability to express yourself. And I can't. There's a part of me that feels like if I do it, I'm either too melodramatic or too melodramatic. I guess that's it. There is the old adage of "don't be a drama queen," which I've been told to a lot. And by the way, the person who told it to me was a total douchebag. She was like, she, I, I don't know why I cared about her opinion. To be honest, she was not a very good person. She is not a very good person. She hasn't changed. Thankfully, I don't think we're friends anymore. Long story, long story. But that word, "don't be a drama queen," has seeped in. Like, when you feel like all of your emotions are just, again, you being a drama queen, you tend to censor yourself a lot and feel like, oh, I think, what if I'm being a drama queen? And I guess that's it. I don't have much time to say. This one is a bit of a mess. Again, the tripod thing is really bothering me. And I'm kind of worried because I changed another tripod, but I need to change the main tripod to see if it's not a problem with the voice recorder. The tripod is not important, it's very cheap. The voice recorder is not very cheap. It's actually incredibly expensive nowadays. But it's a socket. I think it can be changed if it's a problem. I don't know if the same can be said for the tripod head. Otherwise, I would have loved to. I know $2 may not be much, but I don't like producing garbage. So if there is a way to change it, I will change it, and I will keep using it. I may have to sort of cut the head of the screw and mount another one there with like glue because it's not a load bearing um tripod. And with that note, don't forget to send me a message on Anchor or comment on Castbox if you listen to this on YouTube or any other podcast platform. There are ways of contacting me. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. If you're not on YouTube, go on YouTube. There are a lot of other stuff you can watch there, and including a link to AK88 Studios where you can watch a lot of my videos. The next one probably will be out tomorrow. Hopefully, I am really hoping for it. If not, probably sometimes during the week, whenever it's done. I see you next week.